million will be coughed up by the JPS. That's the difference between the 350 and the $150 million that JPS is putting up. The 200 million that will be needed. Or JPS is going to draw down on whatever funding it can to raise from its creditors. I don't know how they plan to fund it, but we need to know it's funded before we put up our $150 million. What the leader of the opposition is saying is that we must not start the restoration immediately. We must allow the people to continue to suffer while we negotiate and try and find a way to find $200 additional million, which would set us back for restoration not by June, April or May, but probably 2 to 3 more months after that, by the time that negotiation is completed. So, as I said, that's a quote from the leader of opposition. And my response is, as Minister of Energy, as a Jamaican, as someone who has been to the hardest hit areas, seen the people suffering without electricity, I cannot agree with withholding funds that will accelerate the restoration of the recovery process until JPS sources the other $200 million. It would be unfair and unjust to the people of St. James, Westmoreland, Hanover, Trelawney, St. Ann, and other less affected areas. The $150 million will be the difference between people getting back light as early as Christmas 2025 and latest end of January, February 26, as against June 2026. I also want to say that I made a miscalculation, and overnight I was able to get it corrected. There's an application, Brother Desmond, at the OUR for the last $50 million in the emergency fund. So the figure is no longer 200 million.